What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, back with more live Storybook Brawl gameplay. And yesterday, I think we turned some things around a little bit and had a pretty nice game. Could go for Share Bear, but honestly, I feel like I should just be trying to do big things again. And we had a pretty good game with Horde Dragon at the start of the season, and picking up a Cindy, I think, is a nice bode of confidence here that we made the right decision, and now we'll be able to just hopefully crush this lobby and do something sweet in the process. I want a little bit of a Horde Dragon redemption here with this season, and this game's already starting pretty well. Don't want to get too cocky, obviously, but Cinderella is a really nice way to start things off with. I think that Share Bear is probably the better hero, especially in the fast and tempo meta that the game is currently in, but I'm happy enough to pick up a Cindy. I like a pair, but I can't cast the spell, so I should probably just... there's two options here. I can cycle the Crafty and then pick up one Kitty Cup Purse, lock the second one, or I can just roll, look for a spell, and then we're ticking away on Cindy, and we've got a stronger board in the process as well. I think we do lose to Puffy here every time, but Puffy could trade with Cindy, and then maybe Tiny could trade with something. I don't know. It doesn't seem possible. I think that we always lose this one. But the fact that we were able to tick down Cindy in the process, I think, is pretty good. We are going to give my opponent some Kitty Cup Purse Gold, though we don't give them the baby Puff Puff bonus, so that's fine. And then I am certainly going to pick up a pair of Blind Mice, and I believe that's actually what happened in the previous Horde Dragon game. It actually started off fantastically, right? With me grabbing like a Sword of Fire and Ice on turn 2 or something crazy like that. And then just nothing. Well, it was okay. It was okay. That was the one where I should have kept Embiggening Stone Mimic Chest for a little bit longer, but just underestimated did I overestimate? I underestimated how much time I had left. I get really turned around. I would say that my biggest, I don't want to say flaw, my biggest, like the trickiest thing for me, you'll know what I mean here in a second, is just interpreting double negatives. They always give me pause, and I don't know what I am reading when I read a double negative. They always turn me around. So hopefully no double negatives, and it does kind of bring me in a very weird way to something that I wanted to talk about today. So yesterday at the end of the video, I kind of teased that I would be announcing something, and when I am recording this video, I might even check to see if there's been any updates here while I am recording right now, but as I'm recording, this is still before the announcement has gone live, though I do see right now that the trailer has gone live to when I'm actually recording this. I'm recording this right at 3 p.m. EST yesterday. So there was something I was involved in about 2 years ago at this point called the Gambit game, which, if you are familiar with The Genius, which I did some content on The Genius the Netherlands recently when that was airing, it is a fan-made online sort of recreation of that. And I'm really excited to just showcase all of the silliness that entailed, and I just think it's going to be really fun. I will have a longer video on all of that tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see kind of how that goes. I wasn't sure to expect it to be live right now. I will do if you want to get some info on it right now today, I did say this yesterday as well, but I will tweet about it, and I will also make a community post on YouTube about it so that you can find the link, watch the trailer, And that's actually going to change a lot of the future of the content on this channel for the next month or so. And then there might be a little bit of a break in the season. They might bring the season out in 2 parts, and then there will be, it'll come out again, and again, I will gear a lot of my content towards that. But if you've got no clue what I'm talking about, it is a 11-person elimination series. I'm doing a horrible way of summing that up, but think about a classic reality TV like Survivor or Big Brother, where one player gets eliminated every week. That is basically how the format kicks off. Let's see if we can find a blind mouse here. Don't hate the candy cannon just because it's a free spell for Cindy. All right, and then one more roll for blind mouse. Nice, laid on. Okay, we can grab a really, really good treasure with this. Monkey's Paw is probably just always the pickup. It's so much stats. It's 30 plus 30 worth of stats, and then you can pick up something like Princess Peep or ranged characters, and it gets to continue to go bananas. So maybe we're doing something like this. And then I have to decide if I want to buy onto the Lucky. Maybe I buy the Lucky and the Princess Peep. And that would be pretty tough for me to lose. It means that I get rid of the golden chickens, which I don't really know if I want to do. But I also don't want to get rid of Cindy, because that's so close to activating. We could lock on to Sherwood Sure Shot here. We are on 4.0 next turn, though, so there's no real reason to lock, and we also aren't going to be playing a 7th unit anytime soon, so don't really have to consider that. Looks like we will be able to crack into both of our Luckies here, so that's some nice econ, and then I think we should have enough strength to take it with this Princess Peep. That's a pretty strong character, summons a trio of 6/6s, so that's going to be good enough to get us the win, and we're at 21 health going into 4.0, but I still think that we're quite strong. Feasting Dragon is a really nice way to continue to scale your stats. This is free. This is a Feasting Dragon, and then we've got 2 ranged characters, which are also just a pair. So I probably want those. Let's sell out of the Humpty, pick up this. Let's play these for a second. Maybe I can cut the Lucky. You know what? It's tricky. It's tricky because I like, I guess I just sell out of Princess White so that way I can cast Lightning Bolt. Because I think casting Lightning Bolt is pretty good because it ticks down Cindy. The biggest thing that could get me is a treasure map. So, 11 players enter. I'm going to break down the format. If you're not familiar with it, I've also released some videos on the past that kind of talk about the format of it, but there are 11 competitors. Each week, we play a group game that is sort of a social, political game with, sometimes hidden roles, oftentimes built on some form of deception. Hidden information is a huge aspect of it, and there's a limited amount of time that we have to play and a limited amount of discussion that we're able to do with the other competitors. With that game, there is going to be a winner each week and a loser. The winner will get immunity for the week. They can't get eliminated. The loser will pick somebody else that doesn't have immunity. And sometimes multiple people get immunity, sometimes only one person gets immunity, and then they are able to make other players immune as well. And then those 2 players, the one that lost and the one that the player that lost chooses, participate in a one-on-one duel where the loser is eliminated from the Gambit game. And that is the conceit of the entire thing and what makes it all tick. That's what we're doing. So pretty fun stuff, I think. Guess I kind of want to find treasure map with some amount of haste, but I just don't think that I really wanted the forbidden fruit there. I guess it would have brought us below 20, which is actually reasonable. Now I'm just debating, yeah, let's buy the Puff Puff and then True Love's Kiss It. And I don't really need a tier 4 treasure, so I'll get rid of that. And then Treasure Map. Crystal Ball, also an option. But I'm going to go Treasure Map, and wow, now I can play a Lancelot. That's kind of crazy, too. I do like both of these things, though, too. But I don't think enough to lock onto them. I'll just keep Lance in the front line, though. I think that that's good enough, and we'll keep the ranged back line as well. Oh, just noticed that my camera froze. Apologies, but Lance looking pretty good here, I guess, after we get through the sheep. Lance will be able to slay, and then Feasting Dragon will be able to slay. And I think we're in a really, really good spot to just take over this game fully, which is fun. This is the new setup now. If the camera dies, I'm done with it. I'm done. So not going to worry about that. Court Wizard, really, really strong with Royals. There's also a pair of Chupacabra, which potentially builds into a tier 7 treasure for the map. So I like that as well. Against the Ghost, I think I will just pick up a pair of Chupacabras. Roll. Burning Palm puts us up to 21, which would mean next turn we could make it active. No, we could make it active right now. All right, let's make it active right now. Let's grab this, and then we're going to put the Stag in. We're going to play a full front line, and I'm going to cut one of these Chups in the back line. And the reason that I do that, that means that maximizes the chance that my White Stag gets to attack, and then we need White Stag to attack and Lancelot to slay and stay, which I think is very, very possible. And then if that happens, ipso de factum, yeah, I'll keep in the Feasting Dragon against the Ghost. If that happens, then we will get a tier 7 treasure, and we'll see what we can do with that. It's kind of a waste because it actually gives us a tier 8 treasure, and we don't get any of that overflow. But looks like we will have just enough stats to make everything happen here, as long as we can get rid of this Vainpire, which, yeah, we will be able to. Feasting Dragon trades with this, and then, oh, wait a minute, Crafty is going to make it so that we don't... Oh, never mind, they have a Mad Mim. Cool. So, tier 7 treasure on 5.0. What do we get? We get Excalibur, which means we would no longer have access to additional treasures off Horde Dragon. Basically, we could take Magic Sword plus 100, or we could take Fairy Queen's Wand. Fairy Queen's Wand, very good with the pigs and the paw and the summons of it all, which is crazy. That's crazy, right? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's just try to play as aggressively as possible on Horde Dragon here. A little bit silly, but let's see how far we can get just playing summons. So Time Flies is really good. Okay, Wish Upon a Star is fantastic. Somewhat interested here in... like, also buying Tweedle to be a little bit stronger, and we could sell out our whole bench plus the Chup for Tweedle. Let's do it. It's very silly, but I almost want to do this too, just to maximize my summons here. I think that might be good. So the Tweedle is obviously big, but then what resummons also gets these stats from our treasures, so makes a pretty big character. Good enough to trade with my opponent's Juliet. My opponent does have one more Juliet, but I think we're going to battle through this pretty effortlessly here. Let's see. Let's find out. They do have a 57 power Juliet, but yeah, that just basically trades with the Lance. And now we're level 6. I think that was a good maneuver. Might not have needed to go for the Tweedle, but I don't think it hurt either. And at this point, now I am just looking for Bear Stain. I'm interested in Greedy. I think that that's kind of fun. Also like the Court Wizard, like I said, but let's do this. Let's see what that gives me. That gives me Boomhilda. And that is going to be quite the character. Camera making noises. I don't care. I don't care about you, camera. Could put in another Tweedle. It's powerful. Let's do it. Let's do it. And now really just Bear Stain or bust, though. Suppose it's tough for me to pass up on a triple. That would give me a tier 4 treasure, which honestly isn't super impressive. A tier 4 treasure... I'm having trouble even thinking what I would want from that. I guess I would just want 3 of Swords. No, I think I roll for Bear Stain here. Make use of the fact that we're level 6 before the rest of the lobby. Not gonna worry about the Princess Peep. We're just gonna play strong summons and see where that gets us. Now again, my issue last time with Horde Dragon was thinking the lobby was going to end faster than it did. So we could be in a little bit of trouble here if our opponents are able to hang on for a little bit longer and then outscale us because they're just doing bigger things. Monster Book could kill the pigs in the back, not quite going to. And I think this is going to be a kill onto Merlin here. They do have some big spell weavers, but our back line is also ranged and similar sized. So that's a kill onto Merlin, and we are into the top 4. Now I'm really just looking for Bear Stain, though Echo Wood is an obvious contender as well for the Bear Stain comp. And Burning Beard getting plus... I mean, that's plus 20, plus 20. It's also a big character. Now, the Echo Wood slots right in, though. The Echo Wood is actually insane here. The only question is, do we pick up the Burning Beard because we already have 1 tree? But I think that answer is actually no. And I'm going to look for Bear Stain and just try to be aggressive here. Tier 4 treasure, I think I gotta go for it. Let's see what we can get here. That tier 4 treasure could be Krampus's Sleigh, which I think is good. Pied Piper has a few... Yeah, we could potentially pick up the thing here, but with Pied Piper already having 3 treasures, I think we just grab Krampus's Sleigh. And then here's an option, too, that I at least want to think about. Do I want to just play this ranged Shadow Assassin? And I'm not sure. I'm totally not sure. But this is a big combat, because if we can get the win, we can steal one of their treasures, and then I feel like we're in a great space here. So, upgraded Good Boy is spooky. They don't have that many good characters, though. And then they've got Gloves of Thieving, Sting, Forking Rod. Not super impressive. I do think, wind up... Well, they don't die here, right? They do wind up giving us a treasure, though, and taking 14. Do I even care about any of these treasures? I mean, Gloves of Thieving to steal the upgraded Good Boy is cool. But I almost think I just skip. How much use do I really get out of Gloves of Thieving at this point? Not much. So let's skip... Oh my gosh, a free Ogre Princess? I mean, not free. It costs half of our gold for the turn, gives us a tier 4 treasure. The thing is, this isn't as strong as it seems, because the characters in the shop don't actually have plus 12, plus 12. The upgraded character would wind up having plus 12, plus 12. So it doesn't actually translate into that much stats. Doom Breath plus Hermes Magic Beans is good, though I think I just want to roll for Bear Stain, like I said. Croc on the pigs is probably good, just to delay the pig summon, and then works well with Bear Stain. We do need to find it. There's a baby bear. Baby bear might actually be pretty good. No, you know what? Let's roll. I'm just now realizing that this comp isn't as good as I thought it was with the Bear Stain. I think it will still get better once we can pick one up. But these aren't animals. The Tweedles are decidedly not animals. So there's not that many stats we can continue to get out of them. I don't know if this is a kill or not. This is 12, 13, 14. If that attacks here, that's just short. But still pretty good for us. Okay. Now we can pick up the Princess Peep. The Pied Piper won against the Ghost. That doesn't really tell us much. We're expecting the Pied Piper to beat the Fates this turn. And then honestly, I might need a little bit of Scam. This isn't bad, Scam. This is actually what I had meant to be picking up. Because this actually works with Bear Stain and the rest of the board quite nicely. Do we just pivot back into trees now? I feel like pretty not great. Maybe I do want to grab a Medusa, though. For when we wind up playing against the Ghost. Or when we wind up playing against the Pied Piper. So I'm almost thinking this and then lock onto the Hermes Magic Beans so that I can Medusa up against the Ghost. I keep saying the Ghost. Up against the Pied Piper. Sorry, just got a little bit distracted. I think I'm going to lock onto the Magic Beans. A little bit silly. We're kind of like full build, full board, while also not really having a super exciting comp yet. But I think this is a fine way to play it. Let's find out. Let's find out. Time Flies comes in. I think that pumped up the Echo Wood, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Mostly the Tweedles are pumping the Echo Wood here. Ooh, this Sark has really got it out for the Echo Wood, but we are still going to walk away with the win. And on to the finals, I assume here. Yes. Okay. So now we're in the finals, and even if this falls off, this is kind of like a little bit of like what happened yesterday, where we kind of just played for second after a point, which is fine, which is totally respectable. More trees. Yeah, not gonna worry about it. I guess we're not playing Shadow Assassin ever, so might as well bank the Golden Chicken gold. Alright, I don't think this is going to be good enough. I guess with us attacking first with Medusa, we can just solo frontline that. The only question is, do we just want to backline it? At which point the beans were a bad buy. But Medusa backline is pretty strong. And there's a decent chance that we get bonus attacks with all of these things that are very weird. They do have a Doom Breath. I don't know how likely they are to hang on to that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go for backline Medusa, though, because I think we might just need a little bit more Scam. I'm not sure how much more good boys they've found. And looks like they do have some good boys, so we're letting their good boys go. We're letting their good boys run rampant here. And my plan is to try to Scam two things with the backline Medusa later on. So let's see if that is foolish. Echo Wood could probably get in a 2-for-1, assuming that it doesn't just get singled out by my opponent's ranged characters. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Horrible attacks for me. Medusa doesn't even get to attack here. Echo Wood is going to get a 2-for-1, but we still take 7. So not the best place in the world. I think we're going to need additional Scam here. We'll see. Another tier 5 treasure. Well, that could be Hand of Midas or Ambrosia. I think I don't want to combine these. I think I want Bear Stain and Scam. Here's a good boy. It's not upgraded, but it's just huge. Okay, I think I like Pigomorph. I think that's pretty good Scam. Now let's see if I can't find one more Scam. Here's the Bear Stain finally. So now I could sell off the Golden Chicken plus both of these Tweedles. Let's try it. It seems funny. And yeah, I'll just keep Medusa right here in the front line. That's fine. We kind of need Medusa to trade into something. Well, I guess we could do like this. That way the Croc kind of buffers us and gives more opportunity for Medusa to die. I think that's right to do. We'll see. And then I'll order the back line like this. We're going to have the time flies as well, so maybe we actually just put the Croc last. So that way it has a chance to do something. This gets shriveled, that doesn't matter. And where is Medusa going? Okay. They get off their upgraded good boy, and Medusa doesn't hit the non-upgraded good boy. But we still have a ton of stats here. Could we get by on just raw stats plus scamming one of their ranged characters? I think it's possible. I think it is very, very possible here. Our Echo Wood is large. We just need to attack into this Robin Wood. Can we do it? Yeah, baby! This is a win, right? Okay, it's a win, but it's not a kill. It's a win, but that is decidedly not a kill. And we don't have Pigomorph this turn, but we do have a Drink Me potion. It's also a baby bear. And big pigs. Let's just go for the Drink Me potion, try to find some more scam. There it is. And I would add another Medusa to the board. Wow, another Medusa and another Echo Wood and another Pigomorph. Crazy. So now do I cut Boomhilda or Princess Peep? What are we doing here? It's probably just cutting Princess Peep, picking up Medusa, locking on to Pigomorph. I don't know if we'll cast this Echo Wood, but it's probably this to start things off here. I'm even somewhat tempted, just because the Medusas I think are so important, to do like this. The reason being I really don't want these Medusas to get attacked into. Could also backline a Medusa if we do this, but I'm going to go for the frontline Bear Stain. Maybe I'll mix up the order just slightly and do this, but let's see if this is enough scam against a Pied Piper turned Sharon that's got Good Boy with Ivory Owls. 3 good boys now for the Pied Piper turned Sharon. One of them becomes a pig. Can another one become a statue? That is the question. This Medusa attack is huge. It attacks into what we have already scammed, but we have another Medusa. Wait, no, we don't. The time flies come in to troll us here briefly, and the pigs are going to buffer the Medusa even slightly further, but we do get a Medusa attack onto a ranged character. If Echo Wood can hit the Robin Wood, okay, this is close. No, it's a loss. It's a loss. Okay, we take 7 down to 7. Close fight. Close fight. That's why we locked onto another Pigomorph here. I don't think I want this Echo Wood. I think I was just locking onto the Pigomorph. Maybe we actually want to do this so that way the time flies can summon here. I don't know. That's a little bit loose. Let's roll. I would pick up like a Cupid or something here, though we do find another Pigomorph. No, I think we want something for this turn, and I don't think we want Medusa. I don't think we're doing anything here. But that's fine. Maybe could have locked onto the Rotten Apple Tree. That's actually pretty reasonable too, though. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we really needed the health that much. We're going to go for this. Maybe putting the Boomhilda a little bit sooner lets us get in a ranged attack earlier. That's kind of cool. Means that then we're not supporting here, which is big. Being able to get the time flies with the Bear Stain buff is actually pretty big, and we're guaranteed to have a time flies spawn here because we get 2 time flies in. So I think we'll just roll with this. Pigomorph is going to hit onto Hercules. That is the worst possible hit, but we get the best possible swing off of our Medusa, and my opponent is left with only 1 good boy here. This could be good enough for us. Time flies going to summon. Our second time flies also going to summon in this spot. Those are huge, huge summons for us, and I think that's enough to get the win. So there you go. A really nice one. This has been like the past 2 games now. I just pivot into Scam in the end game, but Scam's strong. So we got a Scam, we get the bonus dust off the Fairy Queen's Wand. What were my options there? It was Fairy Queen's Wand, Excalibur, and Magic Sword plus 100, but Fairy Queen's Wand gets it done with the summons. Pretty sweet one, back-to-back wins. That puts me at almost 3,700. Just short of that, so we are almost mythic for the month, almost awesome. What is this? Are we incredible here? No. I guess it says you're incredible when you hit mythic, and it just says next rank when you're not mythic. But that's going to be it for me today, but check out the Gambit game trailer as well. I'm going to be doing a full video breakdown on that tomorrow, and I'll have some more news on some future content to come while that gets aired out here. But we're going to be looking at the trailer, and I'm also going to be talking about some past experiences with similar types of games in an upcoming video next week, and then the week after that it starts premiering. So super excited to show that off with all of you guys and have you cheer along with me. But for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.